Dark Ramos here with the Volume Profile Nerd, and I'll go over my morning preparation for Monday, May 15th, 2023. So the first thing I noticed this morning, I drew up all of my daytime frame references. The first thing I'm noticing is that ES is above its value area high, while NQ is just testing it right now. It's right at it. So yeah, just a little bit of slight relative strength in ES. And I don't think ES will get very far if NQ finds acceptance back into Friday's value. So yeah, goal for buyers on ES is to stay above the open, stay above the value area high, and then try for the overnight high and the regular trading hours high. And those levels kind of coincide with this value area high of this 5.5, 23 range from back here. So if we get to the overnight high and regular trading hours high, I'm going to keep an eye on this value area high up here on ES. Goal for sellers on ES is to get back into Friday's value, so getting below the value area high. Then we have the previous day close and POC, which are relatively close to each other. And then sellers want to try for the overnight low. And then we have the value area low and the regular trading hours low down here. Sellers would have to get through these ranges from Friday, these small little 1 minute ranges, and I've just have them marked up for references to see if sellers can get through those ranges from Friday. On NQ, fairly similar, but again, we're under the value area high of Friday. So goal for buyers is to get above the value area high, stay above the open, try for the overnight high, and if acceptance above the overnight high, then we're looking at the regular trading hours high here for NQ. And I think that level roughly coincides. Well, the overnight high coincides with this recent balance from May 11th. So right here. So if we get to the overnight high, we should be getting back up here, and then buyers should be targeting this range up here from 8.3, 8.922, the value area low of that range. And goal for sellers, yeah, let me see here, regular trading hours high. Yeah, actually the regular trading hours high coincides with the value area low of that 8.3, if I got it right, 8.3, 8.922 range. And the overnight low coincides roughly with the POC / value area high of the recent 5.1123 range. Goal for sellers is to get below the value area high or find acceptance above the value area high, stay below the open, to target, to get back into Friday's value. After that, it would be the POC / PDC, which are at the same level. And if acceptance below here, then we're looking at the overnight low down here, and the overnight low coincides roughly with the value area high of this 428.52 range. We would need to get below this value area high from 822, 826.22. As we can see, it was reactive here for the Thursday, May 11th session. So I think sellers would need to get through this or find acceptance under this, which roughly coincides with the overnight low. So if no acceptance under the overnight low, we'll be watching this to see if buyers defend this level to head back up to the value area low of this 5.1123 range. But if we do get below the overnight low, eyes on this value area high, which is relatively close to the regular trading hours low. And if acceptance under the regular trading hours low, we would need acceptance under this POC from this 428.5228 range to then head to the value area low down here, which is a bit under the regular trading hours low. All right. So that's for NQ. No change for day plus buyers on both ES and NQ without getting acceptance above the regular trading hours high, and no acceptance under no change for day plus sellers without getting acceptance under the regular trading hours low. I'm calling overnight inventory fairly balanced because we had a good amount of overnight inventory under the PDC or the settle and a good amount above. So kind of half and half. And same on ES, we had some overnight inventory below the settle, and we have some above the settle, and we're pulling back now here in pre-market. So not a lot of indication for an early trade this morning. It's kind of a wait and see how the open plays out and see, who wins out the morning, buyers or sellers. And then we have these references to go by. Then I'll quickly go over the daily. So on the daily on ES, we're in between the 331 413 range. So we're in between here, in between the value area high and the POC. Goal for sellers is to find acceptance above the value area high to maybe target the POC of this 217.23 range. Goal for sellers is to head back to the POC here at 4127.75. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. And also on ES, I'm watching this kind of freestyle chart. This is that 331 413 range. Right now we're below the value area high. So maybe sellers look to target, again, that 4127, 4131 here range, this POC. But we do have some hourlies to get through before then. If buyers find acceptance above the value area high, we still have to get through this range here, the POC, which is at like 4153, to try and get back into this upper range above here. So just keeping an eye on that. It's just another little reference I have. So yeah, NQ on the daily. So let's go to the daily. And actually, wait, let me see here. On NQ, I'm also keeping an eye on a few references from Friday. Basically, this reference here from Friday, which we can see we're holding here in pre-market. That could have been a nice play for maybe 10 points. But yeah, we're holding this range from Friday. If sellers get below, eyes on the POC here at 13,396.25, which is also the previous day close. That could be a nice setup. I might be watching that. On the daily, ES is testing, or NQ is testing the value area low of this 8.322, 8.11 range. We're right below it, and sellers want to reject from here to head back to the value area high of this. What is this? 330, 425 range. So, if no acceptance back into this range, sellers should be looking to target the value area high here at roughly 3-214.50 with some hourly levels to get through before then. Cool. And if acceptance back into this range, eyes on the POC at roughly 13,600.25. All right. Yeah, I think that's it. Covered everything I wanted to there. I think I matched up these levels with NQ. Yeah, I did do that. Yep. Cool. Yeah, and I think I mentioned, let's see. Yeah, I did mention that for sure. Cool. All right, so yeah, that's my morning prep. I'm just going to see how the morning plays out. A little indication for early trade. We don't have a lot of economic data this morning. We did have Empire State Manufacturing Index at 8:30, which already passed. And yeah, so should be an interesting day. Gonna see if we find acceptance above the value area high on NQ. Gonna watch XLF and XLV to see relative strength and weakness. Oh, that's the other thing. Yeah, let's quickly check the sectors. Let's see here. So ES, yeah. ES or SPY kind of in the middle of the road right now. QQQ kind of in the middle of the road. Closer to the tie of yesterday, but more in the middle of the road. XLF, middle of the road. IWM, fairly middle of the road. XLE, middle of the road. XBI, same kind of middle of the road. XLV, middle of the road, a little bit closer to a tie of yesterday. XLU, a little bit closer to a tie of yesterday, but fairly, kind of middle of the road. SMH, a little bit closer to a tie of yesterday, but also kind of in the middle of the road here. So definitely a wait and see morning. And let's check out tech. So Apple, kind of in the middle of the road, a little bit closer to a tie of yesterday. Amazon, middle of the road. Yeah. Netflix, a little bit closer to its low of yesterday, but again, pretty close to the middle of the road. Google showing some relative weakness under its low of yesterday. So that's interesting. Google's been showing some relative strength recently, and now it's under its low of yesterday. So that's interesting. Let me see. Goog divided by QQQ. relative strength, showing some relative weakness now. So under its low of yesterday. Microsoft, a little bit closer to its high of yesterday, but fairly middle of the road. Yeah, maybe a little bit stronger. Right here, a little bit closer to its high of yesterday. Meta, relative strength, much closer to its high of yesterday. Space for hourly higher lows on any consolidation. Tesla, relative weakness, but holding the low from Friday, so that'll be interesting to see if buyers hold. That could be a lot of expected value if we do hold this low of yesterday. Kind of building a base here. So that should be interesting for Tesla, holding its low of Friday. NVDA, and kind of in the middle of the road. So definitely a wait and see type of morning. But again, we have Meta showing relative strength, Google showing relative weakness, Tesla relative weakness, but holding its low, NVDA middle, Google relative weakness, mentioned that, and Amazon and Apple Apple's closer to its high yesterday, but Amazon kind of middle of the road. We do have space for hourly higher lows on Apple, maybe not Amazon. Microsoft does have space for hourly higher lows. Meta does. Tesla, we shall see. NVDA, I would say it's 50% retracement. So could have space for hourly higher lows. And let me just check sectors one more time quickly. Middle of the road. We do have space for hourly higher lows on SPY and QQQ. XLF as well. IWM, XLE does have space for hourly higher lows. XBI, XLV, XLU. So most sectors have space for hourly higher lows. So we shall see if we get back into yesterday's value on ES and hold, let's say, the value area low or the POC. The POC or the overnight low, that could be our hourly higher lows being set. Ideally, bulls would want this to be the low and to not find acceptance into yesterday's value. And on NQ, we would want to not find acceptance into yesterday's value. And buyers would definitely want to defend the POC to try for that hourly higher low. Otherwise, we could have more significant retracement if we're getting to the overnight low here. All right, so that is my morning prep. That's all I got for this morning. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll post my trade review a little bit later today. Thank you.